Hi, my name is Jerome Mim, and I'm going to talk to you about citizen participation requirements of the Small Cities Program. There are two components of the requirements. The first being prepare a citizen participation plan, and two, to hold a public hearing. Each town is required to submit a citizen participation plan with their application for funds since it's a threshold item. The purpose of the plan is to encourage citizen participation, give citizens reasonable and timely access to local meetings and information, ensure citizens receive information regarding the amount of funds available for the current fiscal year, eligible activities that may be undertaken, etc., and detail the process for handling complaints and grievances. The plan must detail how the town will do the following: solicit input on local community development needs and proposed activities, promote public comment on the application and proposed activity, provide special technical assistance to groups representative of LMH persons and minorities, identify the needs of non-English speaking residents, appropriately address complaints and grievances, and provide citizens with information about the program. A sample plan is actually included in the CDBG Grants Management Manual located on our DOH website. The second component of the requirements is actually holding the public hearing. Each applicant will be required to hold at least two public hearings, each at a different stage in the program, to offer citizens an opportunity to comment on the municipality's proposed activity and the community's housing and community development needs. The first public hearing must be held before submission of an application to DOH. If the applicant is awarded a grant, it must hold a second hearing no earlier than 1 year from the date of the fully executed assistance agreement and prior to submission of the pre-closeout certificate. Applicants may hold a virtual public hearing in place of in-person hearings. A legal public hearing notice must be published at least twice on different days in a daily newspaper of general circulation in the municipality. A list of daily newspapers of general circulation are available in the CDBG Grants Management Manual on the DOH website. A weekly newspaper may not be used in lieu of the daily newspaper, but it may be used as a supplement to it. Applicants are also encouraged to advertise on their official website, on social media like Facebook, Twitter, and on radio. The community must hold at least one public hearing with two public hearing notices. The first notice of the public hearing must be published at least 14 days prior to the date of the public hearing. The second notice must be published no less than 3 days prior to the date of the public hearing. Please use the required public hearing in the CDBG Grants Management Manual. A sample is provided there for your use. When do you hold a public hearing? Public hearings should be held when citizens are generally available to attend. Hearings held in the morning, early afternoon, and weekend are not allowed. Applications will be deemed ineligible in such cases. At these hearings, the locally proposed activity and any community development needs should be discussed, as well as use and approval of the program income reuse plan if the town anticipates earning public income from the proposed activity. More information is located in the CDBG Grants Management Manual, where we go more in detail. Please keep in mind the ADA requirements, such as public hearings should be held in a handicapped accessible location. Communities should make accommodations for individuals with disabilities as well as non-English speaking persons. Make sure to include copies of the notices along with the newspaper affidavit of publication in the application, as well as a copy of the public hearing minutes. These minutes must be certified by the town clerk and must include a list of all those present, such as public officials, municipal staff, and citizens. Please refer to the CDBG Grants Management Manual for more information. Here's an example of the public hearing minutes that fulfills all the requirements, as it's certified by the town clerk, and it lists all of the attendees and goes into detail about what was discussed. And at the end, you can see that the borough clerk certified the public hearing minutes. Now, the town must complete a four-factor analysis before advertising the public hearing. This will determine whether or not a language access plan is developed. Please refer to the CDBG manual for samples and more information. Now, if the town is awarded the grant, it must hold a second public hearing prior to closeout. During the hearing, it must cover the following, such as project progress, results and beneficiaries, as well as the budget status of the activity. Now, to wrap up, the town must complete a citizen participation plan and include it in its application. And they must also hold a public hearing and document it in the application. The public hearing must have the two required legal notices. And if they are awarded a grant, they must hold that second public hearing. This concludes the citizen participation requirements of the Small Cities Program. Thank you.